back to my channel. I'm going to first go into some channeled messages, then I will pull some cards, and at the end I will have a bonus pick a card reading where you can get a more personalized message. So starting with what I channeled, I was channeling rain, rainy weather, rain being something that purifies and cleanses the air, and also the song Come Clean by Hilary Duff. You can look up the lyrics. They might resonate with you somehow. I was also picking up on shadows, so you could be seeing shadows, or if that doesn't apply to you at all, you could also be seeing your own shadow or facing your own shadow. But the thing coming up about them was that it's important to remember shadows are remnants of something left behind. It's not the present energy, it's like the forgotten past that's still there in some way. So maybe that's saying when confronting shadows in whatever way you do, or whatever way you experience them, it's important to know they are part of the past. And so if you anchor in the future, if you anchor in the present while you're experiencing them or facing them, you can help them to go back into the energy of everything and be recycled back into all of it. So it's almost like you have the ability to help these shadows, whether they're within others or within yourself or within even an object or a thing. You're able to help it, you're able to transmute that energy of the past within your own body to help that shadow finally move on, or to finally clean up something from the past. So it's like after the party's over, there's still the mess to clean and things left behind. That's what the shadows are part of. There's energy around returning to oneness as a theme. So this could be showing up in your dreams. This could be showing up in conversations you have or you overhear. This could be in songs or shows or movies that you happen to be watching or see. And I heard all the good is still to come. All the good is still to come. So whatever that means to you, I feel like it's going to apply a little different to everybody, or you're going to take it all in a different way. But just know that all the good is still to come. So for me, that means when it says all the good, it's like you haven't even yet experienced the other half of the coin, but it's still what is part of your future. So if you continue on, that's what you can expect. So also the word rage baiting came up. This could do with shadows, and from what I know, or what I think I know it means, is like someone intentionally posting something with the intent to trigger rage or trigger anger in someone else. So this could be you feeling like you're being rage baited or seeing a lot of things lately that really trigger you, or you could be tempted or feeling called to post certain things like that. Or this could not have to do specifically with social media. This could be just in life. You feel like you're being triggered a lot, or maybe you feel like you're supposed to say certain things or push certain buttons in people for a reason. However that could apply. But basically, don't take the bait. Don't give it your power. Recognize that it's trying to pull your energy, but it's still up to you if you allow that or not. So it doesn't actually have power over you. Even if it triggers you initially, you can still take your power and keep it to yourself by not choosing to engage or allow it any space in your mind or in your energy. Okay, a few just words I got that could help you confirm this message were universities, airports, cash, sheets, like bed sheets, so clean or new sheets. And then I heard restart to reboot. So you were in a restart phase in your recent past where you were like going through an upgrade and the whole system had to restart, but now it's restarted, it's on, and it's rebooting. So now you're in the rebooting stage where it's like all the programming is getting set and you're about to be online. All right, that's all I have for channel messages. So now I'm going to pull some cards to see anything else. Those of you watching, that would be helpful to know. For anyone watching. So I immediately thought of snow, a fresh snow, like the snow, maybe the first snowfall of the season. And this, even if you don't live somewhere that snows or it's not common, there's something about, I don't know when that would even be, but I'm feeling timing wise, it's like the beginning of December. So there's something about when you can really feel that shift of like, okay, it's no longer fall, it's now winter. You can smell it in the air, you feel it in the air, and it's like the Thanksgiving, Halloween type of energy is out, and now it's like more focused on Christmas and any other type of Yule or anything celebrated in that time, Hanukkah. So with that new snow, that new fresh, exciting, and also how winter does represent like the dead time or the death, or it's not about rebirth in that moment, in that season, but there's also something comforting or charming about it. So it's showing how the ending of things doesn't always have to be bad, or it doesn't have to be experienced negatively. It can also bring comfort and remind you of what's important and remind you of like where you want to be and what you really want to be spending your energy on in this life. So whatever choices that you've made, let's say in the last 7 months specifically, you've made a lot of good choices. You've made a lot of smart choices for yourself, a lot of things that you're turning into the person that's going to be paying off from these choices that you made. And especially because for the times that you chose to stay back and hold yourself back and be reserved, and not in a way of like making yourself small, but when you were guided to not react or to not engage or to pull your energy back, you did so. And that was really hard, but you were able to do that. And that's what's really going to be paying off right now. I'm also smelling different, like from Bath and Body Works, even though I know they're like mostly toxic, but I'm smelling like when you walk in and there's like all these different smells, but it just collectively smells good. And there's like, but specifically Christmas scents like cinnamon or snow or evergreens, that type of thing. You were able to get yourself out of deception, and you were able to block a lot of energetic attacks because of the advice you listened to hold yourself back and to be more reserved and to not engage, because there were a lot of areas that needed to be starved of your energy in order to exit your life, and that was the only way they were going to be able to leave your life. So as long as you continue to feed them your energy, you were always going to be experiencing them in some way. That's why you were guided to completely cut them off or cut it off and not give any more than is required or than is necessary. And you did that, and now these things have really they can't exist in your life anymore. They can't exist in your experience, because the only way they were able to, after you changed and raised your own vibration and changed your own reality, the reason why these few things didn't change is because they were able to be here and exist here on this plane because they were still attached to you. So you were like making up for their lack of energy to be at this frequency. But now that you've cut it off, it can't, unless it gets there to that frequency on its own, which it can, but it's a choice it has to make. No one can make that choice for it or for this person, this thing, this energy. So if it wants to, it has the free will to do so, but if it doesn't, it can no longer exist in this same reality with you. So you're going to be noticing things finally falling away, things that have been bothering you, things that have been stressing you out, that you've been manifesting the end of. You're going to be seeing that actual ending, which is aligned with Scorpio season, which if you're watching this when I post it, it will be, of course, this is a timeless message. So you may still feel a little bit like you have to fight or be protective of yourself or of certain things, but you're being guided to not think of protecting yourself so much as something you need to exert or put out or do or take action on. It's more taking something back, which is your energy, like not thinking about it, not interacting with it, not keeping it in your energetic field. That's the best way you can protect yourself. So like you could do all the things to physically protect yourself, but you still wouldn't be able to in this way. This is like the most important way, because when you energetically protect yourself, that also physically protects you, because that energy attracts certain things. And I'm not trying to get in a space of like saying it's somebody's fault if something dangerous happens to you, you made it happen. That's not what I'm saying, but I am saying the best way to be in a protective energy is to pull your energy away from things you don't want to attract in your life. So, because you can obsess over it, you can think about it, try to over prepare for it, but all you're doing is feeding it more of your energy. And I think you've now perfected this lesson or this understanding. And I think it felt very overwhelming before when you thought the way you had to protect yourself was this more outward focused thing, because that felt less in your control and that felt out of your hands. But now that you know it's energetic and that will create the physical protection for you, you feel a lot more like it's in your power to do so. So you feel a lot more safe. You're healing yourself at the root, at the base. You're healing that sense of safety and security that you've been needing to feel. And everything you're facing right now are these parts that are now safe to come up, because as you're healing the part of you that feels safe and secure and supported and taken care of in this life, you start to get these parts of you that come up only because now they're safe and stable in that knowing. And so it's like, but what about this? What about this? And it could feel like you're going backwards and becoming more anxious or stressed or sad, but it's really just that these parts had to stay hidden until they felt safe enough to ask, and to like, all you have to do is just ground in that knowing of your own safety and stability, and then allow those feelings to feel that and be comforted. Okay, let's do one more. A lot of things are starting to make sense now. A lot of things are being revealed to you now because you're in a space of detachment. So it's like you get news like, oh, this happened or this is occurring, and you're like, oh, okay. But nothing is able to pull you out of your current moment anymore. So you're going to be getting a lot more downloads, a lot more information, a lot more intuitive nudges and guidance towards things, because you're able to do what you need to do and stay grounded in yourself and allow these messages to come in without it like triggering you or causing you to start overthinking it. You're able to be like, okay, and that's still not that important. Like, okay, and you're kind of unbothered right now, which is really serving you. It's helping you stay grounded. Sometimes you have to be in an unbothered energy so that you're not attaching to everything that feels triggering or that it would demand your energy. All right, I'm gonna now do the portion where you can pick. So I'm gonna do it a little bit differently. Usually I may have like 2 piles, but I'm gonna do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm just gonna pull 1 card for each pile. It's gonna be more specific because there's 5, but it's also gonna be shorter because there's 5. So go ahead and pick your pile, and these are Apache tears in here. This is a little opal, well, it's really glass, but it's supposed to look like opal. It's an angel, this clear quartz, amethyst, and I honestly don't know if it's real amethyst. I mean, I think it is, but I know sometimes it's citrine. Okay, and this is a totally real seashell. So go ahead and pick 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, and I will pull your card. So pile 1, I'm gonna do, let's see, I'll do 1 from this deck for pile 1. Well, for all the piles. So for those who picked pile 1, all right, this is your card. Your very specific message. 3, okay, and I'm actually gonna take, I don't usually do this, but I'm gonna take them all upright. So you got 3 of cups. All right, and a situation that has felt very serious or very heavy, you're going to be celebrating in that same energy. So there's a lot of tension, and I feel it being cut like that. When there's tension in the room and then someone makes a joke, everybody laughs, and then you can feel the energy is just lighter. So whatever situation has felt like unnecessarily heavy or uncomfortable because it feels too serious, that's about to get relief. So you're going to be feeling like, oh, you can breathe, you can celebrate, like it wasn't ever that serious. Something is going to be a lot less bad than you're expecting, or turn out a lot better than you're expecting. All right, so thank you for watching, and you can stick around for the other piles if you would like. Pile 2, little angel. Let's see what your specific card and messages. Okay, you got 5 of cups. So right now you could be in a very heavy, sad type of isolating, lonely energy, and it's on purpose, and it's not in any way to punish you or because you deserve it. It's causing you to reach out to spirit, however that looks for you or whatever that means to you, and develop that spiritual connection between yourself and your own God or your own source. So that's why you're in this space, because sometimes a lot of times people have to be put in that space to seek this out. Like otherwise they wouldn't. Otherwise they would go to, it's kind of like a last resort for a lot of people. And so that it's like spirit is reaching for you, and they just want you to reach back because they want to help you in ways that you can't help yourself, and in ways that other people can't help you. And they want to be that missing piece for you and fill in the blank for like whatever you feel is missing in your life or lacking, and you just can't feel satisfied in some area. They want to be that for you, and they want to do so much in your life and like make it so much better and easier. they need you to reach back and want it too, because it has to be of your own free will. But you're very heavily supported, protected, loved at this time. Like your whole spirit team is reaching to you and they just want to help. So thank you for watching pile 2, and you can stick around for the others if you like. So moving on to pile 3, the clear quartz. Move that a bit. What is your personalized? It didn't come out all the way, but it stuck out. I'll take it. I'm taking them all upright. Okay, this is so far the most positive pile. Well, I shouldn't say the most positive, but this is the least heavy pile. This is like, okay, I'm seeing a brand new baby just born, and like the moment it's handed to the mother, like it's all wrapped up and it gets handed and they just get to hold each other, and it's like you're getting this gift that you did the work for and you deserve. Like part of it was you, part of it was spirit. It was this collaboration, and it's ready now, and you're getting it hand delivered directly to you, and you just get to embrace it and have it. Like it's yours now. It's yours finally. So you could be seeing this shape, this star or stars in general you could be drawn to lately. Also the sun or the moon, just looking at the sky a lot more than usual, even seeing things in the clouds. Noticing colors more vividly, noticing your senses are stronger or more sensitive. Things just maybe you pass every day, but you're realizing them for the first time. It's like there's this new, and just like someone wearing glasses and now they can see so much better. It's like your mind's eye got glasses, or like it got an upgraded lens, so that you're seeing and perceiving and feeling things more deeply, more intensely, but you're at a place where you're spiritually, emotionally mature enough to recognize this as a gift and not to be overwhelmed by the intensity, but to be focused more on your abilities and what you're able to do better now, instead of feeling like it's overwhelming. So expect this gift to be hand delivered to you, and know that you have done everything you can to bring this to yourself. Thank you for watching pile 3, and you can watch the others, but I really feel like if you chose this, that's just, I don't think any of the others will apply to you. I already got that message, but if you feel called, of course. All right, pile 4. Sorry, I pulled your card early, but I guess it couldn't wait to come out. And it really goes along. Look how well it matches with the light and the purple. Okay, you are getting a whole, like your entire world is changing. And lately things have been pretty, I'm hearing freaky. You may have described it like things are getting freaky. Like you could have had increased paranormal activity. I'm getting that, like a lot of things that you're like, oh, that's not real. That doesn't exist. That doesn't happen. But then it happened to you and you're like, wait, it is real? And like, I'm just getting this increase in like that spiritual or paranormal type of, nothing, like hauntings or anything, just like an increased awareness and like, wait, did I just see, wait, like that type of feeling. And I think it's in areas that you always like questioned. Oh shoot, sorry, I should cover that. In areas that you always questioned, or like you never were totally sure about it, but maybe you wanted proof. Like you're like, I don't think this exists, I don't think this is real, but like I want it to show me if it is. Because maybe part of you wanted it to be real, but you just didn't want to believe in something that didn't exist. Anyway, you've been really shown a lot as far as like your intuition and like what's actually real. I feel like you've been awakened to this whole other world, like the spiritual realm, the spiritual world that you didn't even know was totally real until you were in it and experiencing it. And now you realize that it exists alongside the physical world, but you're feeling like you're more connected to the spirit world, even though you would have thought you were more connected to the physical world because that's the one you may have related to more. But it's like once you tapped into the spirit realm, you tapped into a part of yourself that was hidden away, and it's like the truest version of yourself. So you feel like coming home when you're being in this more spiritual. But I get that it all feels very new for you, and you're being told, like, don't worry, like, you don't have to get overwhelmed with information. You don't have to go Googling a bunch of stuff. Like, whatever you need to know, whatever questions you have, like, you have a direct line to spirit. You've opened that door now, so you don't have to take someone else's word for it, or like get a bunch of readings from somebody else, or read all these Reddit, Google. Like, you can just ask spirit and get your own unique answer, and it doesn't have to be the same as someone else's answer. Like, you're being encouraged to develop this relationship just between you and spirit, and not let anything else interfere with it, because you're going to get the most clear information if you just go to spirit directly instead of trying to use, because like now you can. Maybe before you weren't open enough to it to be able to understand, but you can now. So that's what you're being guided to do. So thank you, pile 4, for watching, and I will see you next time. You can watch another reading if you like. All right, last pile 5. Yes, sorry, didn't know if it was 5 or 6. This just feels like a mermaid pile to me. Okay, this just came out. The sun. It feels like you were a mermaid or a merman, and you were in the deep depths of the sea, like where I believe portals are, doing all these missions, all this heavy work. And it's like now you're done with that heaviness. You're on a break, you're on vacation. You get to come up to the surface where the sun is. Like, I'm thinking of under the sea, like wanting to be up where, not that you want to be on land, but just getting to that top part of the ocean where the water is clear because the sunlight's right there. And it's just this like fresh feeling, in contrast to the deep, dark heaviness, which isn't bad, but it's like you've been in that so long, you need a change. You need a change of scenery, you need a change of energy, you need this to be, you need the sun, and not just literally, but you need the energy of the sun. And if you feel guided to, call on the energy of the sun. Imagine it coming into your body, like shooting a ray of golden light, if you want to imagine it as that, into your chest, into your heart, like the center of your chest actually. So I just got that download, but if that feels like something you'd want to do it. It's like you need that solar power. You need that energy, that raw. So but other than the sun, this is just, things are about to feel so much better. Things are about to get so much better. You're swimming right now up to the surface. You're on your way up. You're already seeing things getting lighter, and the more you swim, they're just gonna get lighter and lighter, and then you'll be like in the very top of the water. And I don't know why it's coming through as this metaphor, but it probably connects to you if you pick this. So I think you already know this. It doesn't feel like new information for you. This is just confirmation. You're about to come out of that. And also, you know how the pressure changes? Like, the deeper you go, it's more pressure. So you were under a lot of pressure. You were made to handle it. It didn't destroy you. But as you rise to the surface, that pressure is relieving and relieving. And like the weight, the heaviness on your shoulders is relieving. So continue to expect more and more of that. All right. That's all I'm getting for you, pile 5. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.